Yesterday I had it tilted so that people could see me more, but I didn't like it. Or see my painting more, not me. Um, but it seemed weird. And I don't have a camera to read, another phone to read messages off of and stuff. So, put this little guy right here, the sketching. This is my little tester tray, or tester palette paper. It looks like this one's pretty much all used up. I'm gonna go throw that away. And I can use more of this side. Alright. I don't know, where would it look better if I moved it closer, or I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell right now. And I got limited time. It's getting dark. I want to try to at least get the background done today. It's such a small painting, so we'll see how much I can get done. You scared the shit out of me, Les. Why'd you yell?
Oh, sorry. Hey, good boy.
You don't have to give me that. I don't want to know, especially after that cheese stick thing. Ugh. I had
a bottle of Bueno.
I had a cheese stick at Checkers. What is it? Checkers? Yeah, Checkers. Checkers. We got this cheese stick, and it was. It tasted like it had funnel cake bread on it, and I don't like it. I did not like it. I'm not a big grease fan in general, like fast food person, so I was hoping that I'd at least like the cheese and stuff inside, but it was not great. I'll tape the rest of this paint down, but I'm gonna get out the palettes, out the trays. Oh gosh, I forgot. I always forget every time that this one, its little tray says it's stick in here. And I even put a sticker on the thing so I would remember that I'm supposed to open it from this side. It's got stickers on it, so I open it from this side, but I still don't do it. Because I forget. I'm a forgetful person. Alright, brushes. Alright, let's get this taped down all the way. This is what we're painting right here. Y'all can see it. Y'all can't see it sketched onto the watercolor paper that well. Most people don't do what I do when it comes to watercolor, but I like to sketch it on a printer paper first, regular white paper, and then I go over it with an ink pen, and then I transfer it onto watercolor paper so that I am not damaging my watercolor paper and erasing a bunch, because watercolor paper is delicate. I can't be erased a bunch. It's not great. If you are new here, howdy, my name is Railcar Rosie, the freight train rented cowgirl. I hitchhike and hop trains around the United States, and I now live in my van as well when I'm not hitchhiking and hopping trains. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask, and I will answer them to the best ability, my abilities. And I appreciate y'all for being here out of all the places you could be right now. I appreciate it. I forgot something. The water. I forgot the water in the water tray. We need this. I'm thinking about doing like, I don't know. Thinking about doing an orange, like an orange ground, but a purple background. Does that sound weird? Sounds strange? It sounds strange, but I think it could work. I think if we could do like different textures of orange. Plus I already have orange right here, and I kind of wanted to use some of the color that I already have on here right now. You know? I do not. I tried to play music yesterday on my live, but it got copyrighted, and I was almost 100% sure that I made sure that it was uncopyrighted music, but I think it was just because it was songs that other people have redid. And so, like, it can be an old-time song, but someone redid it who had a lot of money, and then they put a copyright on an old song, which, oh, man, does that drive me crazy. I don't need the small one. I don't know why I was grabbing out that one. We need this. We need this. And I don't know this. Probably don't need more, but we are painting this little guy right here. I sketched him out on the printer paper first, and then I go in with ink pen. And that's what we're going to paint. We'll probably only be able to get the background done today. I was hoping to get more done, but life happened and had to get a lot of other things done today. And then other things didn't get to get done. But, you know. Now I need to go get the water because it's important. If you need to know one of the things that you need for watercolor painting, and you didn't know, this is what you need. You need water. Yeah, very Halloween. Very, very Halloween. Where are they? I separated them out on purpose today. Here they are. Organizing, I thought I did. Apparently not good enough. We've got, these are the Halloween paintings I've already got sketched. These are the Halloween ones I already got done. We've got a candy corn. We got another candy corn. We got a Howdy pumpkin. We got It's Showtime. We got a pumpkin view. And we've got a ghost. And we got a cat. These ones I just recently did. Thank you. The shirt's not very vintagey, but it's still hot here in Georgia where we are right now. So I've got to be wearing tank tops. I don't have really any vintage tank tops. I only have regular, nowadays, tank tops, but they work. They work. But I like my suspenders and my wall maker pants. Very folky, old time. And I like them for working and, you know, doing stuff like that. I have some old time skirts now that I live in a van and I don't just hitchhike and hop trains. I have 2 old timey skirts in the van that I wear every now and then. But I usually would just have one lightweight skirt and these pants. And I usually use the lightweight skirt to wear when I'm washing these pants. Usually have an under layer of clothes. Let me just ramble about my clothes. Nobody wants to hear about that. We're painting. Oh, well, nice to meet you. Is it Eliza? I can't really read from here, but I think it's Elizabeth or Eliza something. Sorry. I probably should have moved the camera a little bit closer. But I did not. My name's Watercolor Rosie. I do pin-up burlesque. I travel around the United States, and I'm a watercolor artist. As well. Alright. I think I'm gonna do the orange first. I hope this turns out well, because I decided I wanted to do like an orange floor, because we got orange here. And I thought it would be neat. I don't know. And I didn't want to waste paint. So I thought orange and purple sky is what we're going to be doing. Is it going to look perfect? I'm not sure. But I'm going with my gut. And my gut says purple for the top of the sky-ish. Well, it's not really a sky. Background. Purple for the top. And orange for the bottom. Go around that apple. That's what I'm doing. I kind of want it to be a little bit jagged. There we go. Alright. Wanted to start with a lighter orange on the bottom. And then we'll... Ooh, did I not clean this brush off? Shame on me. I'm not cleaning the brush off. There's more orange on this palette over here. Oh, I got some orange water on the apple. It's just a little drop though, I should be able to get it off. Just fine. Cool. Now we're gonna do the purple, which we got red here. I should be able to make this into purple. Spray your watercolors before painting. I'm having to dip my brush multiple times into my paint because I didn't spray my palette before painting. We're gonna have a funky looking purple over here, that's for sure. Alright, I'm gonna go I think I'm gonna go over with stuff that I mixed in here over here. Add a little bit of blue to this mixture. A little bit of blue. Oops. I got some purple on the stick. I'm sure I'll be able to get it off of the stick. Why do I live in a van? Because I'm a watercolor artist. Because I'm a watercolor artist, and hitchhiking and hopping trains, I can't always keep all my art pieces on me. I would be able to not be able to do custom pieces and all that stuff. So the van is a one. It's also for my amazing boyfriend. He's a musician, and he needs to be able to get to shows on time. So it can't always be hopping trains to be able to get to shows on time because it is not a reliable ride. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons why. It's our home base. It's our place to go back to when we don't want to hitchhike and hop trains. Alright, I need to get a napkin. Tissue, because I don't have a napkin. I think I should wait to get that up, actually. I left the bleeding in from the purple to the orange. I kind of like it. I kind of think it looks a little spooky. We're going to keep it. I could have fixed it. I don't want it. I think it looks good. I think it looks good. Look at that little piece of orange up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the red while it dries, and then I will fix that little bit of purple that's on the stick. It wasn't supposed to be there, but I messed up a little bit. Do I sell many paintings? I do. It's one of the ways I make the most money out here is by my art. I make very little from online creating and making videos on here and TikTok and Insta. I make more money off of my paintings altogether. I have actually 6 paintings I need to ship out. People like my art. And I like my art. I spent a lot of time getting to this point where it's my style and the way that I like it. And I like it. And I like painting. I think that's an important part of it too. I enjoy it. Alright. I don't need that anymore. I don't know why. I thought there was a place that I could put it where it wouldn't fly away, but I don't see it anywhere. Alright. I'm going to mix the red while this dries a little bit more, because I can see that it is still drying. Alright, we're going to get this red over here. Which again, if you're a watercolor or thinking of watercolor painting, spray your paints with a little spray thing before you watercolor paint. Don't take what I'm doing as example. I'm extra dipping my brush in here. It helps it activate. Yeah, little bug. It helps activate the paint. When you do that, I'm just lazy. I don't know where my little spray bottle is right now, so I'm doing this. We want a very rich red. What color of glaze is it usually on candy apples? I don't know. How many hours a day I spend painting? It depends on what painting I have, which painting I'm doing. If I'm doing a larger painting, like, let me grab this out. This painting is going to take about an hour. It's not a large painting, and it's not very complicated. So it won't take too long. But with more intricate, oh no, got stuck on the zipper. With more intricate paintings, like this one here, this will probably take me multiple days to finish right here. This one. I'll probably start it one day, and then like the background, half of the background will probably get done one day, depending on how long in the day I have to paint it. And then the next day I will start on the details, and then I will finalize the details usually on the 3rd day. It'll get done. But it depends. Also, a lot of my stuff is sketched out first. So this is a sketching. I went over it with a very lighter pencil, and then I go over it with a darker pencil, and then I go over it with an ink pen, and then I paint it. Well, I transfer it onto watercolor paper, and then I paint it. But yeah, it just depends on what kind of piece I am doing. Some take hours, some take only a few hours, you know, just depends. Like this one, you know, only should take about an hour. But it's getting quite dark, so I don't know if I will finish it today. I don't have much light in the van to be painting. I don't know where the dark brown went. This would be a lot helpful if I know what to do. It looks like I've ran out of dark brown on my tray. This is my lovely paint bag with all my paint tubes in them. When I first started painting, I was painting with the ones that were already done trays. Already putting in paint trays. There was paint already in the trays. And I didn't like them. A lot of them weren't really the best paints. I've come to like the tube paints a lot more. A lot more. No, it is not on canvas. Um, Most watercolor artists don't really paint on canvas. It's a lot more expensive because your paper has to be cotton. I'm painting with watercolor, it has to be cotton paper. And so it means it's even more expensive to get watercolor canvas. Watercolor paper in itself is already super expensive. So I usually just paint with regular um, paper and not canvas. I have done one canvas watercolor painting. No, that's not true. I've done like, I'd say max 10 canvas watercolor paintings. Um, and one of them was on like, I think it was watercolor paper or watercolor canvas, but it wasn't a really good watercolor canvas. And it was really hard to paint on. But one I did like a scenery of like a house on it, which I don't like to paint really. I'm not a big fan of painting houses. But I was practicing at that time, so I did a little landscape one. Oh boy, that's a lot of red. But I made this too brown, so I'm gonna need it. I think I like that. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, that's good. That's good. I like it. Okay. And I'm gonna do the regular apple, a very just normal red color. Not too special. Nothing too crazy. There's a little bit too much water on that brush. Now, I just made a mistake, and I should not have done this red apple part before I did the main part, but it's okay. This will not take too long to dry. I'm not too worried about it. Although, I should have been smarter and thought about that before I put it down, but it's okay. I'll fix that little stem. Howdy! Good to see you again. It does take a lot of skill. I wish I would have known. I wish I would have known before I started watercolor painting how difficult it was. But my lovely, lovely boyfriend, Les Blackwell, it was Christmas one year, and he got me a Christmas gift. I've always loved artistic stuff, so he got me a Christmas gift, and it was a watercolor set, like a cheap beginner watercolor set thing, a little foldable one. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. You know, I didn't know really what it was. I just knew it was paint. And I remember being really confused and looking up stuff about it. And so I learned very little when I looked stuff up about it. And I was like, oh, you need water, right? Okay. So I'm painting on regular paper at the time. I don't know what I'm doing. And then I realized, oh, I need certain paper. This is why this is like not working how I want it to, right? So I get certain paper for it. Where did that go? Okay. So I get certain paper for it. And why in God's green earth would you need a car so loud? Sorry. Sometimes I like to complain. Anyway, I got a little bit better. And a little bit better. And as I got a little bit better, I was like, I want to learn more about this. I'm going to look up, like, how hard is watercolor? Like, between all the different forms of painting, I wonder how hard watercolor painting actually is. And so, I looked it up and it says, oh, watercolor is one of the most hardest forms of painting. And I was like, no, this has got to be wrong. This has got to be not true, right? And I looked more into it, and it is. And the reason why watercolor is one of the most hardest forms of painting is that you can't go back. So if I start with a dark, say I have this purple down right here. If I wanted to put a white line on it, or I don't know, something, a lighter color, any lighter color you could think of, I can't do that anymore. There is no lighter color going on to this with watercolor. Now you can use acrylic paints and like different kinds of paints and go over with it, but there is no going back with regular watercolor after you make a mistake. And I knew that, but it was like, I don't know, I just had this general thought, like, oh, everyone's got to deal with this. But obviously, not everybody who paints does have to deal with it. Howdy, howdy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I never did any watercolor in art class. I think I did a lot of pencil art work in art class. Not any painting, really. A lot of like molding and stuff like that, but yeah, no watercolor really. All right, let's go. Oop, I almost dropped the, oh, I'm sorry. I just splashed Tobo in some water. He didn't know what happened. He like looked at his little booty because it got right in his little butt. And he was like, where the hell did that come from? I'm gonna go over all this because it's gonna be going, I'm gonna be going over it with a darker color. This is why I should have done that before and not this one after. But that's okay. It's not too big of a deal. I'll be able to manage. I'm gonna add a little bit of brown to this because I guess it's like a caramel that they put on the candy apples, but it's also like a little bit of a red because it's see-through-ish. It's also a cartoon, so I don't really have to think too much into it. I think way too much about stuff sometimes. Especially when it comes to like a cartoon, I'll be doing like a cartoon thing, and I'm like, well, what about this and that, and then this and that? I'm like, you're not doing a realistic thing here. You're doing cartoon. Like, you can like pull like, you know, aspects into reality into your cartoon, but I find that I stress myself out a little bit too much than I need to when doing cartoon art sometimes. I'm like, it's just a cartoon. It doesn't need to be perfect. Howdy, howdy. Art is cool, isn't it? I love art. I love all kinds of art. It is beautiful. Alright. Let's go with the brown color for the stick. And we're going to just go into this orange. I'm going to do this brown too. Darken it up a little bit. Where's that? Oh, there it is. Where's that brown that I just added? Darker brown. There we go. I don't have my little thing on. I usually have a little sweat rag, you know what I mean? Ones that go under on your wrist. I usually have one of those on so I can wipe my brush onto it, but I don't know where it is right now. I'm just using the toilet paper. Howdy. Alright. Trying to decide if I want to go over the apple one more time. But I think it looks good. What do y'all think? Like, oh, you guys can't see it perfectly, but I think it looks good. Um, I'm gonna add a little bit of darker to the stick because we got some purple that was on the stick and it's kind of bleeding in. Just a tiny bit over here, so you can see the purple a little bit. So I'm just gonna try to put the stick a little bit darker so you can't see the purple I messed up on. Too much. Alright, I think we are ready to go on to details. See, this is a lovely, simpler painting. I guess the cat was kind of simple too, but it's a little bit more, detailed than some. I would say the ghost painting I did was less detailed than the cat painting I did, for sure. But the ghost one was still a little detailed. Simple's fun sometimes, Sometimes you're just doing stuff that doesn't take too much brain power, and it still can turn out real cute and beautiful. Alright. Put these back. Put all the watercolor stuff back. See, look at that. I'm collecting napkins. Alright. Pour this water out. And put the brushes away. And we're going to grab out the pens wherever they are. I know that they're somewhere. I thought I had already got them out of the bag, but I don't see them anywhere. Scattered around me, as us artists do. Maybe it's just me. Oh, there it is. I just have everything just starts piling around me as I do art. I don't know how it ends up like that, but it does. I'll just look around me and I'm like, oh man, why is that over there? And how did that get over there? I'll be looking for something and it'll be in a bag it never went in before. And I'm like, why would I even put it in this bag? Alright. Pens out. I've been trying to use a fountain pen, but the thing is, I just haven't been able to use a fountain pen yet because the fountain pens they're a little difficult and they can be messy, and I'm worried about when I travel, not when I'm in the van, about the fountain pen being not great. Also, fountain pens can get so expensive, so just have not treaded that territory yet. This is not dry yet. Do you have any questions for me? Let me sit here. We're headed to Colorado after Georgia. We just came from Minnesota. The beginning of the summer we were hopping trains and hitchhiking, and last winter we were down here, down south. We were in Kentucky and Georgia and Tennessee area. We were hanging out and doing stuff, and Les was playing shows and music. Yeah, just trying to think of things to talk about while this dries. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Good time to ask. But yeah, we're going to be hanging out with Abby the Spoon Lady. I don't know if you know who that is, but she's great. Amazing. She houses up hobos and transients, and she was a big reason why we were able to get the van we got. We're going to hang out with her for Thanksgiving, and then we're going to go to my mom's for Christmas. And it's going to be fun, and it's going to be a good time. And it's still not dried. They have things where you can plug them into, walls, outlets, whatever, and you can dry them. It's like a hair dryer, except for, I don't know, for paint. But I don't have one of those. So I naturally just let it dry. But it can be, what do you call it? Say, watching paint dry. And it can be like that. So that's what we're doing. We're watching paint dry. It's almost done, though. I can only tell if it's kind of dry if I look to the side and I can see where it's still wet. The stick is still wet, obviously, and then the apple itself is almost dry. It's a little bit wet in the middle still. Don't want to touch it, because then I'd have a fingerprint in the middle of my painting. I learned that long time ago when I first started painting. Don't touch the painting to test if it's dry. Then you'll have a lovely fingerprint on your painting. Oh my god, I wish this would dry quicker. My daylight is going away very quickly. Um, hmm, Oh yeah, Railcar Rosie Art. If you ever want to go to any of my paintings, I have paintings on my website, railcarrosieart.com. You can head over there, you can get some paintings. Oh my god, I wish this would dry already. ah, dry. Ooh, it's almost dry. I got ink to go over on this painting. Okay. I think if I just don't touch the stick thing, we should be good. Goddamn mosquitoes. October, you should be hibernating by now. Alright. Let's get to detail. I left a little bit of white on this side. I wanted to give it a little bit of shadowing, and I didn't really have to leave the white on there to remind myself to do that, but I did. Just cause. And turn. I didn't think I was going to get this painting done today. I knew it was a simple painting, but I still just didn't think it would get done today. There's tape on the tray. I still kind of don't know if I'm gonna get it done. It's getting dark awfully quick. Oh, and my hand is cramping up. I always hate when that happens when I'm doing artwork. It was a few days ago someone was like, oh, I just admire how your hands are so steady when you're doing your art. And I was like, oh, they're not always like this. My hands can cramp up at random times. Alright. And The other reason why I really like having another, like a sketching right there, is because I can tell some lines that might have gone away because of the paint going over it. Sorry I'm not looking up as much. I'm just trying to get this done before the sun goes down. I'm trying. I mean, and it's setting. And it's setting quickly. Alright, let's go. Ooh, my hand's killing me. But I'm almost done. I appreciate the one person in here watching me finish the painting. I'm starting to feel like I should have gone over it with an extra coat. Okay. Actually, I think I'm just gonna fill in the mouth. I was gonna leave it, but I think it looks better filled in. Which is gonna take me longer. Oops, I almost forgot this down here. I get distracted. Look at me getting all distracted and such on my own painting. Oh no, I should fill in the mouth and make it take longer. Is that right, Hobo? Doing that with paint would have been a lot smarter. I just didn't think I was gonna fill it in. I could have done it with red paint, but I think it's just fine. Pink as well. It's a simple painting. I don't need to overthink it, and I'm trying not to. Eyebrow went on this guy. On this side. Oh, his eyebrow's a little bit raised on that side. That's it. Alright. Let's get the eyes in. Ugh. And I just did the bottom before I finished the eyes. It's a race against the time, against the light. If I had a fountain pen, this would be a lot easier. If I would have done this with paint, it would have been a lot easier. But I forgot to do some of the darker parts with paint before I went over with ink. And realistically, if I do it right, I can still do the ink pen. Just be careful. And lightly do it, alright. Well, I will be packing everything in by the time it is dark. But the painting will be done. Alright. We ain't got nobody in here to see the painting get finished, but it will be finished. Alright. Nobody in here, but it is finished. I feel an obligation, even though there's no one in here, to show it to the screen. Oh Lord! I'm losing tape. Oh! Wait, don't leave yet! I painted this painting and everybody's gone. Alright, all done. There it is. Alright. Thank you guys for showing up and watching me finish the painting. Or watching me show the finished painting. Thank y'all so much. You can go to railcarrosieart.com, check out my paintings. You can follow me on Railcar Rosie Art on all the other apps. You can find me on all of them, pretty much. Anyway, oh, thank you. What I was like, I wonder if I'm gonna have one comment, one opinion on it. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off here. Make sure you're subbing to me if you're not already doing that, and I will see y'all tomorrow.